Hello everyone, my name is Sniping is Fun, and I welcome you back to my next video on this channel, which will be my first Smash discussion video. I basically mentioned earlier this week, since I'm on vacation from work this week, I was going to be getting back into Smash discussions. Smash stages are going to return eventually. I don't know when, but eventually. But I'm going to be going to do some Smash discussion videos. If you guys have been a fan of my channel for a while, I did this back when Smash 4 was coming out, talk about like, why did people want this character? What's with this character? What about this representation? What can they do with this in costumes and stuff like that. I'm going to be doing that like here, but it's not going to be centered exclusively on Ultimate. It's going to be on the Smash series as a whole. That includes Ultimate. Some topics are probably going to talk about the past. Some topics are going to be talking about the future of the Smash Brothers series. What better way to start this series off, though, than to talk about the future of the Smash Brothers series? And my discussion I'm going to be talking about in here, and I'd like to see your input on the comment section below, is going to be my thoughts on what comes next for Smash Brothers. What is the future of Smash Brothers after Ultimate finishes, after the second, Fighters Pass ends? What is going to be the next step for the Smash Brothers series? Where do I think it's going to go? What do I think they're going to do? So on and so forth. So with that being said, let's get started. So far, what we know about Smash Ultimate is it's being paraded around, talked about by Sakurai and whatnot. It's the biggest Smash Brothers has ever gotten to this point because obviously the roster increased every single game from 64 now on to the 5th Smash Bros. In Ultimate. Ultimate has about 70, 80 some characters now. Especially after they finished the second Fighters Pass, and people are wondering when they go on to the next Smash Brothers, what's going to happen to the roster first and foremost. Obviously, as much as we don't want to admit it, and even Sakurai said Smash Bros. Roster is never going to be this big, it's pretty obviously we're going to be getting cuts. However, it depends on what they do with the future of the Smash Bros. Series. One thing I've seen fans say they should do is just keep porting Ultimate over and over and over again, just add content to it. But that's going to get redundant after a while. We're going to need to get a new Smash Bros. At some point, and we always get one Smash Brothers every generation. The N64 generation, we got 64 Smash Bros. The original. In Melee, we got Melee on GameCube generation, and the Wii generation we got Brawl. On the Wii U generation, we got Smash 4, and on the Switch generation, we got Smash Ultimate. Every generation, every different generation, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we have gotten a new Smash Bros. Game. They've never just given us a complete rehash of a previous Smash Bros. Game. That's what I thought, and a lot of people thought Ultimate was going to be when they first announced it back then. They just showed inkling. A lot of people were assuming, they're just going to port Smash 4 over. And they pretty much took assets from Smash 4, but they didn't really make they made a new game. They took it and they improved upon it, fixed it up, and Sakurai and his team basically worked on making a totally new game. Smash Ultimate isn't Smash 4, but they used that kind of as a basis, which is, I think, the first time Smash Brothers has ever done that. And I think that's going to be going forward what they're going to be doing. They're going to be using the Smash 4, Smash Ultimate style as a basis, but they're going to improve upon it. Because I think at this point, Sakurai, however long he continues the series, and Nintendo's going to continue the series if he ever decides to finish up, lace up his boots, put it away, lace up his gaming controlling hands that he, makes these with on his controllers and his computers and all that stuff, all in his brain. Whenever he decides to, put up and retire and not want to make Smash Bros. Again, Nintendo's going to still continue it. So I think Sakurai is kind of aiming for a successor at some point, because even though it's his series, Nintendo's not going to want to end it. And I don't even think that Sakurai thinks it should ever end. So he himself is probably going to find a successor and not so much Nintendo. So whenever he's done, the series is going to continue. It's too popular to end, and it's too much of a fan favorite. It's going to be like ending Mario or ending Zelda or ending Pokemon. It's a big Nintendo franchise now. We get one every generation. A lot of Nintendo franchises get one entry a generation, if even that, if they're lucky enough for that. But Smash Bros. Is so popular, the future of the series. I personally do think the idea of we're going to be continuing to use it as a basis, but we're going to get a new game, but it's going to be using the same mechanics, just improved upon, worked on, and whatnot, going forward, whether it's with Sakurai or not. I think there obviously are going to be cuts. There's no way we're getting the exact same roster from Ultimate when Fighters Pass 2 ends, and they're going to just add characters upon that for Smash 6 or 7 or 8 or whatever. The next couple Smash Brothers games, next generation and whatnot. it's going to be cuts. And as much as it pains all of us that, go around speculating, going around loving the roster and whatnot, it's going to happen. We're going to get cuts. We're going to lose characters. But I don't think, like, at this point, with who they're adding and how important some of these characters they're adding are, and who they're representing, what franchises they're representing, what third parties they're bringing in, Nintendo franchises they're bringing in and whatnot, I think it's going to be hard to decide who really, to cut a lot of people. So I don't think the roster is going to get bombarded. A lot of people think the series should just get fully rebooted and start from like a very small roster like the original Melee and start over and add people. But there's so many fan favorites in the roster. I don't think they could feasibly even do that. Like, they can't feasibly do a roster that's exactly like Ultimate and add upon it, because that's so many characters. It's going to get like 100 characters, 150 characters if they just keep adding, Smash 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 onward. They're going to have to cut some people like they did from Melee to Brawl and from Brawl to 4. There's going to have to be cuts at some point, but they can't feasibly cut too many characters because they know a lot of these characters are super fan favorites. A lot of these characters are beloved by the gamers who play Smash Bros., the fans of the Smash Bros. Series, by Nintendo gamers and other gaming, just non-Nintendo gamers that play Smash Bros. Alike. They can't really cut everybody. And that's the issue I'm seeing with this, is because, like it's going to have to be balanced out, and it's going to hurt some people because certain characters are going to be cut out. I think some of the easiest ones they're going to cut are like the Echo characters, but then some of the Echo characters I think might become their own original characters. Like Daisy, I think, might have a potential chance to maybe be made into something more, but someone like maybe like a Lucina or a Chrom, probably even Richter, Dark Samus, people like that, like those kind of Echoes, even Dark Pit, I think they're lowly likely, or not as likely, or not as important, really. Actually, quite frankly, maybe Lucina or Chrom might be a little bit higher above Daisy, but I think Daisy might have a chance to be made more original. I don't know. It all depends on who they cut. It's like, I can't really answer the question exactly, like where the future of the series is going to go, because it can go any which way. But I don't think it's going to get fully rebooted. I don't think we're going to lose a ton of characters, but I don't think we're going to keep everyone. It's obviously we're going to get some cuts. And outside of the roster, like, what else are they going to add? Like, they can improve upon Stage Editor, which I think they really, that needs an improvement. I mean, I see a lot of people, the way they do the community kind of creational aspect, like uploading their stages and whatnot, they have a lot of talent. But just imagine if, like, Nintendo and Sakurai and allowed Smash Bros. To be even more creative. Like, there's a lot of creative stuff. Like, people have impressed me. I haven't even really tried the Stage Editor out, and I'm looking at what these other people are making. I'm like, what the? You can make that? Like, just imagine. I think Stage Editor is going to be a major focus because a lot of people love that feature. It depends on if the next system has the Mii's, or if the Mii's keep getting brought on, because the Mii's have been around since freaking like the Wii, the Wii U, the 3DS have all had them, and the Switch hasn't. But here's the thing, though: the Switch is also more of a minor thing with the Mii's. The Mii's aren't even really heavily used, like, on the Switch. But I think they've become such a staple with, like, a Nintendo mascot. Like, people will be able to create whoever they want as a Mii and whatnot, and have some sort of avatar representing themselves. I think they might just keep them around just for the fact of having those avatars, throwing them games in games that will allow them, like Smash Bros. And whatnot. So I think the Mii's are possible to stick around, because the Mii's are a staple of the Wii generation anyways, even though it's the Mii Brawler, Mii like Swordsman, and Mii like Gunner. They all represent, like, the Wii generation and whatnot, and you can still probably add, like, different maybe class types to the Mii's and whatnot. Music, I don't know. There is so much freaking music in Smash Bros. Already. It's a library of, like what the stickers are, the spirits, the trophies. I love that type of thing, and I would love to see trophies come back in the next Smash Bros. I'd love to see them. I love that type of stuff, even though the stickers were kind of like that in Brawl 2, and then they have, like, the spirits now that replace the trophies. I love, like, the representation, because I love Smash Bros. Because it's like a history of gaming. It was history of Nintendo, history of other video games. I want that aspect to stick around and to really kind of give, like, the bios on these characters and whatnot, like they did with the trophies. I hope they still keep that and maybe go back to trophies in the future Smash Bros. Games. And it's like online. They need to work on online. That's one major thing from Ultimate that I really agree is kind of crappy. And that's not even necessarily the Switch's online by itself. It's like usually just different creators, because I've played numerous games online on Switch and there's some good connections, and then you get something like Smash Bros. Ultimate and it's kind of questionable about what it is. So the future of the series, all the fans want it to be improved, and they're going to have to probably give us, like, a full online revamp, and hopefully they could do something with Ultimate before the Fighters Pass is done. But there's that. And then as for any other feature, I would like to see more single player stuff. I really do. I want to see something that's like a Subspace Emissary, but with voice acting. I know this is Nintendo, and they almost certain franchises don't get voice acting, and then other ones do, and it'd be weird because some characters don't talk. Like Zelda include voice acting finally with Breath of the Wild, but Link doesn't talk. But then like other characters, like the Pokemon franchises usually sometimes have voice actors, but then the games tend to don't. But then Fire Emblem has voice acting, but Mario sometimes doesn't. It's weird, but I would love to see them just bring the characters together. Ever since I've seen Subspace Emissary, I wanted to see more of like a super Kingdom Hearts-esque story mode where all the villains are interacting with each other, doing like talking to each other, working together, all the heroes working together, just a fully voice acted story mode. I love what they did with the spirits kind of mode in this game. It was kind of a step into the Subspace Emissary type direction without doing super cutscenes and a super story, but it had storyline elements, and you got all the heroes together and fought the big giant enemy at the end and whatnot, like you fought Taboo and Brawl. But like I loved the story in Subspace because I love seeing these characters interact. It's cool that it's a fighting game. You can play as a fighting game multiplayer online and just see the characters beat each other up in a match, in a battle. But it's cool to see cutscenes where these characters are physically interacting with each other in an actual storyline. So my personal want, and a lot of people's personal want, is seeing some sort of major single player mode added to a future Smash Brothers game. Like they can still include classic mode. Obviously, that's a staple of the series, and then adventure mode should make a return from like Melee, like the little kind of stuff. But I would love to see that because I love the bosses. Like one thing I loved about Brawl a lot was the boss battles. All the Nintendo, represented boss battles like Rayquaza and whatnot, and Pokey. But then there was also like the original bosses, which I like that too. But I like to see I like representation. That's one thing that I think's gravitated me so much to Smash Bros. And why for Smash Bros. 4 and Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I did a little bit in Brawl, but it was like 1 or 2 videos. Like I love speculating. I love thinking about how and what and where and when stuff could be added to Smash Brothers, like representation, characters, music, stages, items, assist trophies, regular trophies, modes, bosses, and stuff like that. That's one thing I love. And I want to see more of that in the future of the series. Going forward, I would love to see them bring back a story mode that's kind of like Subspace Emissary. I love voice acting, even though some series don't have voice acting, but you can have some characters stay silent, I guess, and then you could have other characters just give them a voice finally, like Pokemon and whatnot. It's just like it's the future of the series. For any of people out here that love Smash Brothers and are fans of Smash Brothers, we really don't know where the series is going to go. We really don't. It's all speculation at this point. And like I said, what I want is not always what you all want, and what you all want is not what I always want. But I think the series, like Nintendo knows and Sakurai knows what fans tend to love and not love about Smash Brothers. So going forward, which it's going to be a while before we see the next Smash Bros. Game, because it's going to be a while before Switch is done and the next generation Nintendo system, their 10th gen system, decides to come out and whatnot. So it's going to be a while, and it gives Sakurai a break, and maybe he can finally work on something else that's not Smash Bros. But I think it's going to be interesting seeing the next Smash Brothers. I really would like to see what it is, because it's like, who's going to get cut? What kind of modes are they going to do? What are they going to cut out of the game? What are they going to include in the game? What characters are eligible to be playable at that point? New franchises, maybe a franchise returns, maybe like Advance Wars or Golden Sun or Sin Punishment or F-Zero returns, and we finally get someone for Captain Falcon. We get someone like Issa Joe or Matthew or Isaac from Golden Sun, or someone from Advance Wars. I don't know, maybe the next Fire Emblem game, the next Zelda game, the next Mario game, the next Pokemon generation, the next Kirby, the next Donkey Kong, a new Xenoblade game. Anything can represent it. It's going to be... that's always what I love. I always love looking at what comes out on Nintendo platforms, third party and Nintendo-wise, who they work with, who their partners are, and what Nintendo does first and second party. Because my mind is almost always in speculation mode sometimes. I'm like before Smash Brothers Ultimate was out, I was looking at Switch games and the end of the Wii U and whatnot. I'm like, when the next Smash Bros. Game, what's going to happen? It's obviously they're going to probably include Splatoon, and then we saw ARMS, which missed the base roster, but now Min Min's DLC. Rex and Pyra, from Xenoblade 2, my mind at that time, they were almost a definitive next character to add, but they weren't. They still could be one of the DLC characters, but it's it feels weird because it's Shulk made in the Smash 4 off of one game, but now we have all these Xenoblade games, and Shulk didn't get a partner at all, and I just find that questionable. Even if it was Elma or Rex or someone, the future, my mind's always in speculation mode, because I always look at what games come out and what's coming out, because it tends to affect Smash Bros. As much as people don't want to admit that. Advertisements, marketing, recency, what Nintendo pushes, who works with Nintendo, does tend to affect behind the scenes. It's a business. What makes it into Smash Brothers? And it's like going forward. That's why I'm paying attention to Switch games. That's why I'm paying attention to when Nintendo jumps on the next generation and whatnot. Like, what games are they going to do? Because I'm any characters, any newcomers, any stages, any music is a possibility. But the future of Smash Bros. Is left undecided. We do know, as technically Sakurai said, it's not going to be as many characters as usual. But that could mean multiple things. And we finally got all the characters back for Ultimate, but I doubt they're going to be able to do another Ultimate. People wanted to copy the game and just keep replacing Ultimate with new content, but I think that's going to get redundant after a while. We're going to need a new Smash Bros. With new single-player modes and new modes and whatnot, not just character upgrades. Smash Bros., as much as I love it about like the franchise, as a franchise representing characters and stages and whatnot, it's more than just that. That's heavily what it is, but it's more than just that. You can't just have the same thing with like the Story of Light, like 5 generations from now, because they decide to do Ultimate 5 times, they're going to have a new story mode, a new everything, new voice actors, some of the stuff, like doing these characters and whatnot. And it's like, the future of the series, we don't know what it's going to be. Could it be a total reboot? Sure, but I think that might alienate fans a little too much. Could it be Ultimate Plus? Possibly, but Sakurai's already said it's probably not going to be that. So it's left open. My mindset is the roster is going to get cuts, obviously, but it's not going to get as many cuts as people, are probably going to assume, because there's certain characters they've added that are long-time historical characters. They can't cut Simon Belmont now. Technically, they could probably cut Richter, but Richter's the most popular in Japan, and Simon's the most popular in the West. Technically, they kind of give themselves a double-edged sword unless they do 2 costumes and stuff. So yeah, that's my mindset, and before this thing cuts off on me, my name is Snipers Fun. Peace, please, if you want to, if you lovely, put in the comment section what you guys think, and what do you think the future of Smash Bros. Is going to be? Because I don't know, and I'm only cutting this down right now because my phone's about to die, so I might do this topic again one day and further discuss it, but with that being said, see you all later. We can discuss it down there, have fun, and stay tuned for the next topic. Bye, everyone.